think there's almost no danger to just dumping Iwamori in play here.
So you go Moloku and Iwamori? Well, he's had
Doesn't have enough mana for both.
No. Yeah, Moloku seems better.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's no danger to it. In response, Amortify. Yeah.
Stop killing my laughing creatures. One token I get anyway, so
No, he doesn't have that token
on
yet.
that.
No, it's on the stack. I mean, it's inevitable.
Making
Mm-hmm.
another 2 tokens. Okay, sure.
So he's going to wind up with 3 illusion tokens.
Any one of those
Play
illusion tokens is more than a match for Robert
Well, I
Walker
take-
Jr.
Done.
Go. Do you think Olivier has his Orzhov Pontiffs in there?
Dark Confidant flips a Plains.
Those down from the...
Orzhov Pontiff's a nice card. Olivier's
He
had some success with that card. I don't know if he brings it in, though. Like, how does he know what Max Brack is going to play? Like, he didn't show up.
Probably.
It must be really bizarre to sideboard against this guy. Even with the deckless public, he could be playing a
It's
combo
almost
deck.
worse.
He could be playing a big creature deck. Yeah, it might be worse. Like, you know that you don't know. It's even worse than just not knowing.
Maybe he's just assuming that he has such a deck advantage when Brack is on the combo plan that Brack
Just
has to
assumes it's
be.
creatures.
Yeah. I mean, but Brack's just going to Jitte up one of these guys and it's going to be over. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, Olivier knows it. Scoops him up. That Umezawa Jitte spells game over and spells game 2 for Max Brack.
If Olivier doesn't have his Jittes in, he might have to put them in. It was a rare mistake by Olivier Rouault costing that match. I mean, he had such a decided advantage with the Mafia Kings, and then
Tapping out
he
with Ghost
tapped
Council.
out. Like, it was his own fault.
Tapping out with Ghost Council was not
If
recommended.
he had retained Ghost Council with the number of tokens he had, I can't imagine him losing. He just removed. He had cast to Seize the Soul and to Mortify. Brax would not have been able to block. He ended the game on 9 life. 2 connections with Ghost Council and 3-4 tokens he had over the course of the rest of that game would have been more than enough to win, regardless of the fact that Brack had drawn extra cards with Invoke the Firemind, had a Recollect. That was a mistake by Olivier that cost him that game, no doubt.
It sounds right. I mean, it was a mistake by Olivier, but it was a mistake caused by Max Brack. I mean, you got to give Max credit for having the crazy deck with the sideboard plan that can morph into this deck or that deck, and Olivier just wasn't sure what was going on.
Olivier, I agree with you from one standpoint. The other, he's still tapped out with Ghost Council in play. He knows not to do it now, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm impressed by Max Brack.
Like I said, he might have the best sideboard in the top 8, if not the tournament. I think one of the things that, I mean, I know the Japanese didn't actually prepare for this event, according to Mori, but one of the things that Americans have been terrified of is that the Japanese have our 2 best decks, and they make it into one deck.
Right.
And then Mori actually revealed in an interview with BDM like 2 weeks ago that they do it on purpose. They're like, oh, we have. Just look at their decks from Worlds, for example. They had the Ghazi Glare, and that's your sideboard. They're kind of like a janky version of Karsten's deck.
Or
like
greater good deck.
They're like, I'll run these cards. No reason to set them up. Like, just Mize. And so that's what they're doing. And, you know, Brack has kind of the same idea. It's like, I'm a combo deck, and you bring in all your enchantment removal or whatever, and I just bash you with my Blastoderms.
Right.
He's got 5 5s for 4. In a deck with all of his library shuffling, Sakura Tribe Elder and Kodama's Reach, Vine Lasher Kudzu is really dangerous.
I hadn't realized quite how good this deck was at abusing Sensei's Divining Top either.
No, it's
Divining Top
it's even
with
better than
Transmute.
it's even better than the block decks because it has
Exactly.
In addition to 8 shuffles, it
He's
has
got the Sakura Tribe Elders. He's got Kuda for 4 Kodama's Reach, but that's not. I mean, that's half of the.
no, but he's even just got random card drawing, like Compulsive Research, Invoke the Firemind.
Right.
Just drawing an extra card makes Top better.
Yeah, but Muddle the Mixture is spectacular with Top, and Muddle's good in this combo deck.
Muddle the Mixture is spectacular.
Drift of
in this deck.
Phantasm is spectacular with Top and spectacular with the combo deck that he's put together. And then he can Weird Harvest for them. Thank you to the viewer. I'm sure Max sends out his thanks to the viewers of MagicTheGathering.com who voted Weird Harvest in to 9th edition, defeating Animal Magnetism.
Now, for those of you at home who don't know how this works, Weird Harvest is so good in this deck, even when he's not on the man plan.
Right.
He just Weird Harvests for
tutors.
He Weird Harvests for all of his Drift of Phantasms, and his Maga when he has a ton of mana.
Right.
And then each Church of Phantasms in turn becomes either Heartbeat of Spring or an Early Harvest.
Right.
And the opponent, he can draw all he wants, and the Brack probably doesn't care. Like, yeah, whatever, draw your card. You're not getting another turn.
Right.
It doesn't matter. So.
And he's only got the one Weird Harvest, but he can tutor it up.
So I think
it's funny. I heard you arguing earlier that you can tell when somebody's got a deck list that they really understand because it's got 4-ofs and 1-ofs in
decks
it, right?
that have 4-ofs and 1-ofs are well tuned. Decks
right, and that's what this deck is all 4s and 1s. It's like the land is 10-10-1-1, and then it's 4-4-1, 4-4-4-1, 4-4-4, 1-1-1-1. It's like he's got the 1-ofs to tutor up. He knows which are the good cards. He's got 4 of them.
I could tell the black-white deck we were testing was bad because I had 2 Persecutes and 2.
Yeah, that's horrible.
It just meant the deck was bad.
It means you didn't know which were the good cards.
Like, and then, like, we just missed, Dimir House Guard.
Right.
If you play Dimir House Guard, then you don't really have to make that decision.
Right, suddenly you can have one Persecute, one Ivory Mask.
One Ivory Mask.
Yeah.
One, you can play Loxodon Hierarch.
Right. And tutor it up when it's relevant, not get stuck with it in your draw when it's not. Meanwhile...
And split card out to 2-3 Fear.
Yeah, occasionally 2-3 is going to come back off Debtor's Knell and just start attacking.
Well, it's highly relevant in some of the versions because they had ink eyes.
Sure.
So like 2-3 Fear, connect, no, before damage. Here comes a 5.
How would you sideboard if you're Olivier Ruel? What does he do?
All he has to just go complete balls out, I think. He has to put in his removals that can kill anything, and not have his removals that are like Terashi's Grasp, for example. Terashi's Grasp can't kill anything. He has to have his cards like Mortify. He has to have. I just think he has to go proactive. I don't think that Brack can afford to be a combo deck, even if Ollie is on a less, let's say, focused version of his deck, because he has a highly disruptive deck. As we said earlier, Max doesn't have legitimate card drawing spells. He has Selection, he has Shuffling, he has Top, he has like 1 Compulsive Research, and the Weird Harvest. It's I don't think that you can put that in the same category as a deck that can recover from disruption via, say, Factor Fiction. I think that Mortify is going to be all-star. It's either going to kill Iwamori or it's going to kill Heartbeat of Spring. And he's just going to have to try to connect. Luckily for Ollie, he's on the play. He's got Plague Assault. Interesting choice.
I'm not such a top player like you.
And I believe that Brack had Top on the first turn 2 games, won those 2 games, didn't have it on first turn 1 game, did not win that game.
That makes a lot of sense.
I mean, his deck is, even when he's on the man play,
his draw looks decent, but would you mulligan a non-top draw? Now he gets castigated.
I mean, I think I was probably going to take the Remand rather than the Muddle the Mixture. I'm just like, there's 2 remands. In that case, he's probably going to take the Muddle the Mixture. Is there there's also a Kadama's Reach. Oh, he's on that too. I think he's going to take the Muddle. What do you think?
I believe I would take the Muddle.
Because if there's only 1 remand, I think you take the Remand. But
it's a pretty good 10 spin he's got going on.
I mean, he's obviously trying to subtly direct how Ollie's thinking. He's like pointing to like Kodama's Reach, which is the least relevant card. He's like, please take Kodama's Reach. Ollie's taking a long time on this decision. I think he's going to take the Muddle. As cool as Brack's deck is, I really think that Ollie's deck is like one of the coolest versions of Black-White Beatdown.
He takes Muddle.
In the feature match area, he swings with Paladin on deck, first strikes, and then flips in Okiba Gang Shinobi.
That was awesome.
It's like, take 5, 2 cards.
That was awesome.
It was like the awesomest. If he had won that game, it would have been even awesome. So Ollie's hand is Ravenous Rats, Relevant, Phyrexian Arena,
There's
Land. Again, here's another Remand.
Rats gets remanded.
Predictable. Ooh. What do you aim with? Aim Cranial Extraction at?
Wow.
Do you think that he removed the Muddle the Mixture just so that he could resolve Cranial Extraction eventually?